can't believe you found such a fine specimen. Impressive.
I'm a nobleman, remember? I have my secret sources. What about you?
Here, take a look. I think you'll find this trade favorable.
Wow, man. How'd you ever track down something this rare?
I've got my sources, just like you. Even so, it didn't come easy.
Sly dog. You're savvier than I thought. Can't wait to see what future trades will bring.
Yeah, me neither.
Don't move! Freeze right where you are!
Wait, what's going on? This isn't what it looks like! I swear I don't know anything!
Hands on the wall, creep!
This has gotta be a mistake!
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court-martial proceedings.
Dude, weak! I'm innocent!
Give it up! We've got the dirt on your filth.
As suspected, their hidden stash is huge.
We found some more over here.
There's even more in the lockers.
Well, well, what have we here? A mountain of dirty books. The proclivities they cater to are wide-ranging, but the majority seem to involve large bosoms. Perverts.
Then there's the pantyhose and heel fetish mag, exclusively featuring blonde models. Disgusting.
We found some that were cosplay-themed, and a large pile called Blondes in Bondage. Scumbags.
Oh, now that's titillating. So this is what it takes to get your little horn dog motors running? That pose doesn't look very comfortable. What do you boys do when you look at this? I bet it's gross. Speak up now.
Please, stop! We'll do anything!
Anything? In that case, it would be rude of me to deny your generous offer of service. And since you asked so nicely, I've got a mission that'll suit you.
A mission?
In the perfect place for virile young men like you to cool off.
Alaska. Here we go again. Great to see you again, Alaska. You shouldn't have gone to all the trouble of getting colder just for us.
New plan, Quinther. While we're here, we might as well go looking for Santa Claus's workshop.
Dude, Santa lives at the North Pole. Or maybe Northern Europe.
Whatever. Maybe we should ask the know-it-alls from the Faith Organization. Man, it's like there's nothing but rubble, as far as the eye can see. I wonder how many clicks the explosion scattered this junk.
Once upon a time, there was an object called the Water Strider. It was a cutting-edge second-gen unit everyone thought would be too much for a first-gen object to overcome. But it was miraculously destroyed by a student on deployment abroad and a blue-blooded radar analyst. All that remained was a mountain of treasure too great to haul away, weighing roughly 200,000 tons. The intelligence division frantically combed through the rubble, analyzing the surviving enemy tech and extracting whatever rare metals they could find.
All done. That big enough to fit?
Yeah, perfect. Hand axe is so powerful, this'll be plenty.
Setting the detonator on a timer per instructions.
The enemy could have sent advanced recon to set up jammers, but they can't jam us if we don't send a signal. All right, let's bug out.
Our enemy this time is one of the Intelligence Union's top-tier second-gen objects. The whiz kids over in the Intel Division have given it the official designation Codename Rush.
Please tell me it's not oh-ho-ho.
Is it the same second gen we saw in Oceania?
Yes, but I advise you not mention it in front of the princess. Knowing her, it'd make her all flustered.
I can imagine. Well, that sucks.
Oh, bummer. Stick out your tush.
All right, but what the heck for? Oh, that hurt! What's the big idea?
Where I come from, we have a little tradition when some doofus not only misses his shot, but scratches the cue ball. Whoever's up next gives a swift kick in the butt to the fool who missed. That's the rule.
What kind of rule is that?
Let me show you how it's done. The wreckage of the Water Strider is scattered across the Alaskan wilderness. Technologies related to its design, digital programs. It's a veritable buffet of military secrets. As the ones who are responsible for blasting their object to scrap metal, we in the legitimate kingdom have the right to take it all. But there are scavengers out there who'd also like a piece of the pie. We've known for weeks now that the Intelligence Union already has people lurking around the wreckage trying to grab anything they can. But now they've gone too far. They threw an antenna relay together and are continually transmitting all analyzed data back home to their bosses. Our orders have come down. The brass wants us to make sure the facility is destroyed. Which, of course, they won't take lying down. The logical conclusion is they'll dispatch their Arctic Circle object.
Codename Rush, piloted by Ohoho.
And bolstered by its 2 trademark serial swift beam-type Gatling guns.
Hang on a sec. That kind of firepower, and you're sending us in to knock it out of action?
After what we found, I don't think you're in any position to complain.
It's no use, Quenther. Hear it in the voice straining to get out from under those ginormous tatas? Her voice sounds the same way every time she asks us to achieve the impossible mission.
Don't talk about me like I'm some bully on a power trip. The princess is the star of the show. You clowns are just the supporting actors, which I've already taken into account, so shut up. It's a cut and dry blasting operation. Step on up then, Quenther. Your turn.
It is?
Uh-huh. You're in charge of kicking my butt. If you think you're man enough.
All right. Consider that passage blocked off.
That makes 5 spots. Our maze is complete.
Damn straight. That should slow those suckers down. Even if the intelligence union found another path, these valleys are loaded with fragments of plate armor. They're like freaking caltrops.
It'll make short work of tires, maybe even caterpillar treads. But we know the right pathways, meaning we can move around completely unimpeded.
Just so you know, this doesn't really qualify as an offensive.
Dude, the Rush's drive system is a combination of air cushions and caterpillar tracks. Unlike the baby Magnum, which floats electrostatically, it touches the ground.
So there's a distinct possibility it could eat some of those armor fragments and become immobilized.
Bingo. Things will be different this time around. The battlefield favors the princess.
Seems Commander Cupsize actually put some thought into it.
Yeah, guess she wasn't too busy pulling spot checks for porn with her elite girl goon squad.
Ah, the Foxy Force. Why would she put together a squad that's entirely made up of cute ladies in their 20s? Is that a fetish?
Beats me. But now that I think about it, this is the perfect time to come to an arrangement. How about any time a porn check might be coming, we agree to hide each other's collection till we know the coast is clear?
Except radio communications are subject to oversight by higher-ups. Make an emergency call and Mount St. Memories hears everything.
That's why we'll use a code word. We could say, like, I'm at my wit's end or something, and that's when we'd know the secret talk is starting.
Clever devil. From that point on, we'd speak in code to better report the situation.
It's a plan. The princess and the Rush should be bumping into each other at any moment.
Soon we'll get to see how effective our sabotage efforts were. It should be a hell of a show.
Radar just picked up the enemy unit. What's this? That's not a military frequency hailing. They didn't even bother with encryption.
I haven't seen you since Oceania. Little Miss Loutish Legitimate Kingdom First Gen.
Oh, you.
Who can blame you for trembling in fear, petite princess? But don't you worry about a thing. I won't be too hard on you. You have my word. I'm not completely heartless, so wave the white flag and I'll graciously accept your surrender.
As long as my object's standing, I will never surrender to you. I'm gonna turn you into an Alaskan landmark, just like the Water Strider.
Oh, that simply won't do at all. I have a personal stake in making you use the white flag. If I can't force your surrender, I won't get rewarded.
Rewarded?
It's an old rule of war. Any soldier who surrenders can be taken prisoner and ransomed back to their side. But I honestly may keep that blonde gentleman in your unit for myself.
I will kill you!
Guess I struck a nerve. Once I've made your cute friend mine, I'll put a collar on him, maybe some fluffy puppy ears, and give him the privilege of serving at my feet. He's bound to be happier with me than stuck with a frigid taskmaster like you.
Too close! That was almost divine retribution for watching from the sidelines like a couple idiots!
Divine retribution? You sound like a faith organization zealot. Now let's go! Talk about pitiful. Entrusting our lives to a lump of wire and alloys that nearly got us killed once already? It's like taking a bath in a tub full of day-old water.
Even worse. Day-old bathwater out here would be frozen solid. The Rush's primaries are swift beam-type Gatling guns. Seems each can only sustain fire for 30 seconds. To counteract overheating, I'd guess. If they could fire continuously, the princess would never get away. But if they pause long enough for heat dissipation, she might have a chance to get through. By alternating between the two main guns, the Rush can fire without interruption. But the starboard gun only covers the 180 degrees to the right, while the port gun covers the same on the left. Ohoho is trying to compensate by circling, but she can't keep up with the princess's evasion speed.
Hey, Quenter, listen to this.
Just hurry up and admit defeat already. Then your handsome friend can rest his tired blonde head on these heaving G-cups.
His entire existence revolves around keeping my object maintained, which means he's not interested in you, so beat it! Or refuse and die!
I bet a certain stacked superior officer is pulling her hair out by now.
And now elites from both sides are fighting each other over a member of the maintenance crew? That is absolutely unprecedented. Just how skilled is this engineer? Maybe he came up with some exclusive patent.
They're both hit.
Is the princess okay? She blasted the Rush's port Gatling gun. She knocked the main gun out first in anticipation of a drawn-out battle.
No, this is bad. The baby Magnum's connecting joint to her main guns has been hit.
If that joint's compromised, worst-case scenario, she can't fire any of the 7 guns.
She put too much focus on the Rush's main gun and left herself wide open.
Hang on. What the heck just happened?
A pit stop.
Pit stop?
The only thing that can penetrate the thick armor of an object is the main weapon of another object. And that's precisely where they were damaged. Neither side will fight without a way to secure a win. Whoever gets their unit back to the base zone quickest has more time to get their main gun repaired and will have a better shot at ending up victorious.
Wait, the baby Magnum only took out one of the Rush's main guns.
But the remaining gun can only cover its right side, and for only 30-second bursts before overheating. And while the princess's main guns aren't broken, they'll be a lot harder to aim. In theory, her guns are still operational, just inaccurate, so... if there's time to repair them, why wouldn't we withdraw?
Valid point. Meanwhile, the enemy's maintenance corps gets caught in the maze of rubble we created with demolitions.
Game, set, and match. While they burn up time trying to clear roadblocks, the baby Magnum gets her repairs and shifts back into action. Then we can chalk this up as another win.
Quinther, Havia, listen up. Are you still at .199 ASD?
Yeah.
Then I'll get right to the point. The Rush didn't head for their maintenance base as predicted. It seems to be attempting to rendezvous with a convoy detachment. If they start making those repairs, they'll have their main gun replaced faster than we can repair the baby Magnums.
Whoa, back it up a second. Whatever happened to those obstacles we spent the whole day preparing? I thought the rubble was supposed to block the roads.
For large vehicles, yes.
Hey, they're using manual labor to get through.
How much does an object's main gun freaking weigh?
The Rush's Gatling gun incorporates a number of lightweight alloys and polymers, so I'd say only 100 tons or so. It's basically 5 serial swift beam guns bundled together, and each gun should be about 20 tons. They break that down into over 100 parts to more easily facilitate transportation. The per-person load averages 200 kilos?
That ain't happening. No one can trudge around carrying something that heavy in these snowfields.
Not with their bare hands. But what if they were all in power suits? The mounds of rubble might stop some of the larger vehicles, but there might be gaps big enough for a human to get through. They're trying to find and exploit those gaps so they can link up with the Rush.
That changes everything! If they've already got a head start on repairs, the baby Magnum will be toast before he even gets a chance to retaliate!
You have to find a way to disrupt the Rush's repairs. The rendezvous point is 2 clicks north of you. No one else is close enough to help in time.
Small arms won't do a whole hell of a lot against powered suits, Major. And the Rush still has 100 other working guns that can cover all directions. How do we even get close enough to spot
If
it?
there were any other options, I wouldn't leave the fate of our entire battalion in the hands of snot-nosed degenerates like you. I'll leave the specifics to your discretion. Good luck, gentlemen.
You are kidding me! How many times is Major Mellon's gonna give us a one-way ticket to hell?
Well, she's got a ticket booklet full of them.
Hold up. Where do you think you're going?
Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna figure out a way to deal with this problem. Because if I don't, the first person to suffer will be the princess.
Easy, brave Sir Knight. Is looting the most chivalrous thing you can do right now?
This used to be a fixed-base plasma cannon. In order to focus the plasma, the interior of the barrel is lined with thousands of electromagnets.
How are electromagnets supposed to help?
Object armor is just steel mixed with a high-performance anti-fire reactant, which means it's magnetic.
In other words, you're going rock climbing on that massive metal monster's back.
Check it out. Frolacia sounded antsy, but we've still got a little time. The route 2 clicks north has the densest rubble, and nobody's getting through. And that means they'll have to double back and take a detour. While they're busy taking that detour, there's a passage that'll bring the rush closer to our position. That should provide us with ample opportunity to run some kind of harassment op.
Are you serious?
Just give me a hand, Havia. We're running out of time.
It'll take more than rough passages to stop us. Objects can survive a nuclear attack. I'm not concerned about a little debris. But then again, why tempt fate? The gods can be awfully fickle. Adjusting scheduled rendezvous time. Please keep working. See if you can have the main gun module assembled by the time I arrive.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes! Phase 1 is a success.
Lucky SOB. I wonder if being stuck with him will win me more medals or shave more years off my life. Most likely both.
What silly bit of mischief did the gods send my way, I wonder?
Just like you can't see the smudge of dirt on your own face. At least not without the help of a mirror. Even the vast array of sensors on board the Rush aren't calibrated to scan this close.
Everything you do is spur-of-the-moment nonsense, but you've got more confidence than any noble I've met.
When the Rush hoisted us up in the car back in Oceania, I couldn't help but notice that it didn't have any magnetic sensors. And also that the cameras weren't angled to notice targets this close. Guess the hard part's over.
Rock climbing is fun, but you do have a plan, right?
Yeah, kinda. Might need to break something along the way to extend repair time.
You better find it soon. You'll rendezvous with the maintenance crew any minute.
Oh crap!
Quinter! Oh crap, Quinter, come in!
That was a simultaneous volley of all secondary guns. I picked up a rogue radio signal nearby, but between the shockwave and radiant heat from that barrage, consider your bug squashed.
Juliet program confirmed offline.
Seeing to the main gun exchange as we speak.
Be a dear and make this pit stop as quick as you can. We've gone to all the trouble to be wily, but it'll all be for nothing if we waste this precious opportunity.
All personnel, double time!
Maintenance captain, recheck sensors Alpha through Echo. I'm finding discrepancies between point 5 and point 7.
Apologies, ma'am, but if we add that job to the docket...
It will add a delay to our work timetable. Sensors are within limits.
What did you say to me?
I'm up against other objects out there. Even the slightest discrepancy is unacceptable.
Our mission parameters didn't account for anything more than swapping out the damaged Gatling gun.
As long as we have our orders from Lieutenant Colonel Farolito, contradicting them will lead to a court-martial.
Stupid coward. Doesn't matter, I'll just recalibrate them myself. I swear, you grunts are flippin' useless.
Pardon me, mademoiselle. Do forgive me for rudely breaking into a lovely lady's private chambers. Now quickly and quietly do everything I tell you.
Don't worry about that, sir. To be honest, I'd intended to invite you here myself.
You have got to be kidding me.
No, dear. Can't believe your eyes, Blondie. I am the elite chosen by the Intelligence Union to pilot their finest object.